Yo, 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 yo. What up, YouTube? We back on duty with another one. But this ain't a body cam reaction. This is a reaction to Charleston White return back to Vlad's platform after Charleston said he won't do it no more. Or he'll never do it. But let's get back into this and see what Charleston got to say.
All right, here we go. The mighty return of Charleston White to VLADTV.
Yeah. They thought this would never happen again.
Well,
I
here we
always knew
are.
it would, though.
Well, we got to talk about the elephant in the room before we talk about anything else.
Yeah.
And that's the whole Boosie thing. Now, first of all, I'm going to say that me and Boosie are still cool with each other.
All right, before we get into this, I've been a fan of Charleston White since he really first came out. You know, I bumped into him on my Explore page, but once I heard him talking, and then like he caught me with the antics, but when I really found out and the real work he do and the real person he is, I respected him. Plus, I respect the message he getting out, even if he got to get it out with shock value, but that seems to work, you know. But let's get back into this though, people.
And this is not going to be a Boosie bash session.
Nah, I didn't come here to talk about Boosie.
Right.
You know, like I would tell people, in your defense, we was already nibbling at this long before this situation incident happened. So
Right.
Yeah. So
Right. Because as some of you know, you and I had already been doing interviews.
we had like 3, I think,
Did like, 2 or 3 interviews.
and they did numbers. They did great.
They did numbers, right? Then you and Boosie got into it.
Yeah.
And I think you talked about Boosie's son.
Yeah.
Boosie approached me and said, Vlad, as a favor, please don't do any more Charleston interviews. And
All right, my opinion on that, I don't respect that. I don't at all. Because that's like you telling Vlad not to get money. You know what I mean? Because this is a business. It's not personal feelings. If you got an issue with Charleston, you can't even really say it's a beef because ain't nobody getting hurt over this. It's just an issue with him, or you don't like him, you don't like whatever the case may be. But for you to tell Vlad that you don't want him up there no more, yeah, that's nasty work. You know what I mean? That's nasty work. Because that's taken out of Vlad's mouth and that's taken out of Charleston. Because Charleston get paid from Vlad to come up there, and just like they both just admitted to it. When Charleston is up there, Vlad do numbers. Anywhere Charleston be on do numbers. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to kick it. Anywhere he go on, he do numbers, bro. Anywhere his name do numbers, bro. Like yeah. But let's get back into this though, people.
it's not going to be. Here's the thing. When you do business with people, you give them grace,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
People ask you, you have a successful business relationship, everyone making money. They ask you for a favor. You give them that favor.
And you guys got history.
We got a longer history than me and you.
I'm the new guy coming
You're the
along.
new guy.
I'm new at the school.
You're the new
Yeah.
guy. So I gave him the grace and said, cool, I got you. Now, people talk about loyalty and everything else like that. I probably gave up at least $100,000
Easily.
to not do interviews with
And
you.
you
I just said that. I just said that. I say, yo, picture the money Vlad is losing by not having Charleston on there. He just said an easy $100,000. What? And he'll cut that in 1 month. Yeah. In 1 month, he'll cut that with having Charleston on for a couple weeks. What? I mean, that same video running. What? Man. That's why I just said for Boosie to do that was nasty work, bro. Like, that's nasty work. You know what I mean? You could have made more money with Vlad just by beefing with you on Charleston, just going back and forth on Vlad platform. Vlad have him up, Vlad have you up. Y'all numbers is going up. You just ask for more money. Like, yo, yeah. But yeah, that's nasty work, Boosie. But let's get back into this, people.
and at that time I was only taking $2,000 for a payment.
Something like that.
Yeah. No, so Boosie wasn't the only one. T.I. did that. So a lot of people made calls because it was T.I. and Boosie kids at the same time. So T.I. called Big Facts podcast. They stopped association. 85 South show. DJ Academics was the only one who was like, nah, I'm still rocking with it. But
For 3 years, all Aristotle did was focus on teaching one kid.
I took it personal.
Excuse the ads on the videos, people. But let's get back into this.
Over time, I understand. I'm the new guy. Nobody knows me. And I'm coming from an angle that don't look like entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So I'm coming way out of left field with some shit.
Yes, you are.
So over time, I understood it. At that time, I took it personal.
Well, yeah, look, I decided to accept what Boosie asked me to.
As you should, because at that time you was just starting out. So at that time, like you said, you was only charging $2,000. Now, Charleston White said out his own mouth he be getting from 10,000 and up from platforms like Say Cheese and you know what I mean. So because they do numbers, like it makes sense to pay him that much money because they gonna do in 1 million views, close to 1 million views, all within time as they cutting it up, making shorts. They gonna eat off of it. You know what I mean? So it makes sense. But he said back then he only wanted $2,000, and Boozy said don't. You know what I mean? Like he don't want him on there. And I know Vlad had to call Charleston White and apologize because look at how Boozy turned on him. You know what I mean? And now everybody turning on Vlad when Vlad had people eating with him. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. But things find a funny way of working themselves out. But let's get back into this, people.
And I
do.
Yeah.
And I went hard with it. Me and you started going back and forth.
Yeah.
I think you said something. I think you said, I hope your newborn baby dies or something like
I
that.
didn't know you had kids or not. I don't even know if you have kids.
I have kids, but I didn't have a newborn baby at the time.
And I thought you had a white Jewish wife. I didn't know you even like black girls. So I was fucking with your white woman. Yeah.
I've always rocked with black women, man.
Yeah. So I'm bashing your white Jewish wife and your white kids. You know, wishing all kind of internet weird things. You know, things that I know is gonna stir up the pot intentionally.
Yeah. And look, from my point of view, I understand what you're doing. It's just words.
Yeah.
It's just words. Do I think you're going to actually try to hurt anybody, me or anyone around me? No, not at all. Zero.
Yeah.
I have zero fear of you actually taking the next step. So I understand it's just words. Do I agree with those types of words? No, I don't do it. I don't talk about people's kids. I don't talk about celebrating death and all that.
My wife don't. I got friends that don't. But I'm saying when I step into this space, no matter how you feel, this is now a stage for me to perform on.
Yep.
No matter how you're looking at it.
And Charleston, he said that from day one. Like he not day one, but once he got to a certain part to where he know he got people ears, he explained that, and that's what made me a fan of Charleston White. Like I subscribe to him, yeah, I follow him, yeah, because once he explained that to me, he said, if this is what I gotta say to catch y'all ears and make y'all listen, this is what I'm gonna say. And once I got y'all listening and I got y'all focused, I'm gonna hit y'all with the real. And that's what he do. That's what he did. You know what I mean? So I respect the man though. Salutes to you, Charleston. Yeah. But let's get back into this.
I have knowledge, I have information, and I have awareness due to a video. I keep referencing Social Dilemma.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know people are going to look at this and say, oh, Vlad's not being loyal to Boosie. He's dealing with Boosie's ops as soon as, things kind of don't work out with him.
It's been 4 years. It's been 4 years.
It's been 4 years.
You're talking almost $500,000 you walked away from.
Probably. And I've been rocking with that, and I've been losing money, and it got to the point where Boosie wanted to take all the money that was made for the interview. I was already paying him a majority. He was getting about 70% at $25,000. He wanted $35,000. So where's the loyalty in that?
And let me just say this. And I don't.
And I said that. I said, as a businessman, Vlad is a businessman. He's not only people friends. He's people friends too. But he's a businessman. That's why he was taking that loss like that, because he felt he put the friendship over the business. If he wouldn't have did that and he'd have just remained a businessman, he would have been having Charleston White on, not caring if Boosie getting mad or not, because it's about who doing more numbers. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't think Boosie doing more numbers than Charleston White on no platforms, bro. If they both go platform for platform, if he go first and then he go, I put my money that Charleston White is doing better numbers than Boosie. If they both go on Say Cheese, they both go on Vlad, they both go on No Jumper, whatever. Yeah, that part. But let's get back into this though, people.
No, nobody outside of me and Boosie that consistently makes anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 in interviews. Nobody.
There's some other people.
Maybe, but
Tekashi.
well, that's before he failed. But before he failed, you would have to pay more.
Yeah.
You would have to pay before he came down here with us.
No, but he's still getting big numbers. What I'm saying.
I'm still getting big numbers now, but he had to go to prison. Had you went to prison he wouldn't be doing interviews like this, but he'd be performing worldwide.
No, he'd be a mega star.
He'd be mega star had he not went to prison. So we wouldn't be getting a lot of VLADTV interviews and him going back and forth with these rappers, right?
Yeah.
But because he fell from grace, he had to come back and revive his career. He came back and revived his career swimming upstream, right? So he went to prison again. This time when he came back, he's on an upward trajectory.
Yep.
His numbers is going crazy.
Yeah, new interviews going crazy.
It's going crazy. So when he asked for these numbers, the most I've ever been paid is $40,000 for a 2-day interview in here in LA.
Yeah, and I said publicly, I kept this to myself, but me and him actually talked about it in our last interview.
And that's great numbers. He said for a 2-day interview, but not doing an interview for 24 hours. No, he probably staying for 2 hours here, 3 hours here, and then another 3 hours, whatever case may be. But $40,000 for an interview, all he doing is talking. Man, get money, brother. Yeah, but let's get back into this.
Our first interview was $50,000.
If you only do one thing to kick off 2026, let it be this. Become a Fora advisor. When I moved to Italy full-time.
Well, yeah, because after the Boosie situation, because Boosie heard about what you were making. Now, I never actually said what you're making, right?
Yeah.
I said you want to say
tell
it?
the world?
You want to do it?
No, wait. Can you? I don't give a fuck. But can you tell the world? All right, just say.
You want to say it?
Yeah.
50,000. But it made over 100.
It was worth it.
It was worth it. It was the biggest interview of 2025. Am I right?
You're right.
Was that Tekashi interview the biggest interview?
Look, he said he paid Tekashi $50,000 and it made over $100,000. That video, the video he made that he paid Tekashi $50,000, it made over $100,000 profit. So yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense. But let's get back into this, people.
Across all genres, 2025. Did like 20 million views.
So everything he touched during that era, I did a 20 versus 2 with him, went crazy.
Right.
So everything he did astronomical numbers. So you can't deny what he brought to the table and what he's bringing now. Boosie kind of started to go on a decline.
A little bit.
And
Numbers-wise.
Interview-wise.
Yeah.
Because for a long time, it was just you and him playing ping pong.
Mm-hmm.
You became oversaturated.
Yo, and shout out to Vlad too, man. Like, Vlad don't get enough credit, man. You know what I mean? He look out for a lot of people, man. And like he said, man, he take a lot of losses behind the scenes, man, that he don't tell people about, just to maintain friendships. And that's more loyalty than anything, because he's sacrificing his money, where the average person or the average businessman is not gonna sacrifice their profit or their money. No, they'll find somebody else to do it with, but like Vlad don't get enough credit, man. Shout out to Vlad, man. But let's get back into this.
A little bit.
At one point in time, my numbers started to not decline, but they just became stagnant because I became oversaturated on this one particular channel.
Talking about Say Cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Sean
That's
Cotton.
my guy.
Yeah.
So.
And hold on, I just want to say this, just to be totally fair. The reason I heard about you was because of Sean Cotton. He's the one that gave you the springboard to people like me.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
So you got to give him his flowers.
I had no idea who Sean Cotton was when he was trying to book me. I knew who Vlad was. So I ignored him for a long time.
Okay.
VLADTV was the guy.
All right.
When he showed up, then I found out who he was. It's two people that's very, very crucial in my development. That's you and Sean. Sean Cotton told me the first time he done ever do me that I would be a millionaire. I didn't believe him. Far-fetched when he said that. You told me at the height of my YouTube career when I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I'd only been on YouTube for 6 months. I was grossing $20,000 a month. Right before I lost it, I just got my biggest check. You said, hey, man, you need to do this, you need to do this. They're going to take it. You can't attack this group, this people. And you gave me a list of
I told you
motherfuckers.
you're going to get shut down if you keep going.
Yeah, you
And
told
what
me.
happened right afterwards?
I turn up and I shut down.
And you got shut
I
down.
thought you were hating on me.
Oh, you thought I was hating on you?
I thought you were hating on me.
Okay.
So
I wasn't hating.
No, you wasn't.
Nah.
But I didn't know you wasn't hating until I lost it. You got to think, I wasn't doing pre-records. I was coming live.
You see, that's the realness in Charleston. At least he could admit it, man. He said he thought Vlad was hating on him when Vlad told him to turn it down, like, chill. But then he lost a lot of, like, I guess his Instagrams and stuff start getting banned and suspended, you know. Let's get back into the rest of this, though, people.
For 2 hours every day, making money, not knowing what to do. I'm cussing in the first hour, the first minute. I'm doing everything wrong, and it was working. You said, you have to do this. I knew nothing about community guidelines. I knew nothing about YouTube Studio until you made that call. That's when I sat down and got in the chair and started learning. All
right, people, man. Yo, thanks for stopping by, man. If you stood for the whole video, man, I appreciate you, man. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. If you is subscribed, I appreciate you even more. Showing love to the channel. Hit the notification bell, leave some comments. Hit this other video right here. Check this other video out over there. And I'll catch you on the next one, people. Peace.